Hey, can we boil this down into let's just make it as simple as possible. I don't want any vitriol. We got a week. We got 90 minutes till the weekend. Here's where I'm going. Q. Just have a disagreement. You think the Warriors are going to get it done this year? I don't. Mm-hmm.
And I can say
let's not make it. Let's not make it personal. Do I think the Warriors are going to win it this year?
I've never made it personal.
No, I don't.
And that's why we got
the text line. Okay, the text line. Yeah, I don't think they can win.
And I'm worried right now.
You should be.
And what did Evan come in at the break and talk about? Woj is reporting that people are calling the Nets, Brooklyn, to inquire about Kevin Durant. And I'll say this about that. I was in my feelings this offseason when Steph was asked about could he possibly, play with Kevin Durant, and I got to paraphrase.
He said he was begging the Warriors.
Well, I'll say this. There's not a dub on this team as currently constructed now that I would move to get Kevin Durant back with Steph Curry.
Okay, that ain't never happened.
But if Joe Lacob is probably, oh, my God, give me a triple, because that would fix a lot of what I think is wrong with the team as is. Yeah. KD.
650, but you were dead wrong last year. Yeah, along with 90% of y'all who didn't think they were going to win it. Mm-hmm. And again, there's a big difference here.
So what if 90% doesn't think they're going to win it this year?
Then I'm with the 90%.
You win the bet.
I don't let the
well, you do.
You think I let the silence of the crowd affect me?
Well, today
I'm still paying the price for being a joke about
Dallas. You did
Dallas.
take one for the team.
I know I
was
did.
there. I talked to Whitney at the Warrior game.
Right, and if you want to say it's like, yes, this is not last year's team. Last year's team was 40-13 at this point.
But
this
the tournament hasn't started,
I know it hasn't, but
I can't wait to talk to Howard Beck too. Like, I get what you didn't. I get. Hey, you're feeling good right now. I'm not.
I'm not feeling good.
You feel like they don't have, right now. They don't have the resources.
I don't think they do.
To get it done.
And if they win 6 of 8, I'm not going to feel like they do. Here's the other thing. Now things are starting to take place or take shape. Maybe Kyrie Irving earlier in the day has asked for a trade.
Yeah,
things are percolating.
What a piece of work. And apparently now Woj of ESPN has reported that teams are now calling about KD.
They're going to implode. Is
now this is where This is where people hate me.
I'm done.
The Warriors
I missed that dude.
Have nothing that the Brooklyn Nets want. There's not a trade that Brooklyn can make with the Warriors that will satisfy them outside of we got to have at least 2 unprotected number ones in addition to.
Would you do that?
I would not. I would absolutely.
But with Lacob.
I would absolutely, positively not part with and I got to look at their draft pick with an unprotected one in 24 and 26, something like that, or 25 and 27.
But you get KD.
Yeah,
you might not even need that pick.
Yeah, and what happens when in 27 everybody's old and you're 20 and 62, and here come the Brooklyn Nets who have 3 really good players.
Oh, it happens.
Exactly. I'm not doing that.
How much do they want another title? And they may not have to do a damn thing and still get it done as is, but defense is really bothering me.
Okay.
And the turnovers. But the turnovers have been a staple
Steiny.
of the Warriors forever.
It could be Poole, Wiseman, and Kuminga. So.
And some 2 draft picks.
2 second-rounders. First of all, I kick those to the curb.
If you're Brooklyn.
Come on. What are we doing here? An undersized guard who doesn't defend. Wiseman, who we don't even know.
Get you 20 a game, if not more, if he's the one.
Stop it. Don't put any of these players even close than Kevin Durant's league.
Oh, no. I'm talking about Poole. That's what he's doing now.
I'm sorry. If you want me to take Wiseman, that's a negative. I'm not giving you any extra for Wiseman. I'm just not.
Man.
Let's go to Scott. Scott thinks we need to relax. Well,
I got the Warriors.
Yeah, exactly.
Afternoon, gentlemen.
I think he's talking to you.
Talk to us.
Yeah.
All right. 1995, Houston defended their title, went 47-35 in the regular season. Didn't have home court in any series, played 5 elimination games the first 2 rounds, got through. Go back another 26 years before that. Boston went 48-34. Didn't have home court in the 3 series that they were playing back then. Swept Philadelphia, beat the Knicks in 6, beat the Lakers in, the famous Game 7. I'm trying not to panic because I've been looking at this season the whole year, and I've been thinking somebody is going to win the title without having 50 wins. I'm looking at this season, and I keep thinking this feels like one of those years. And again, by what I'm saying, it doesn't happen often that somebody's going to end up winning with someplace between 45 and 49.
You mean going to the finals? Getting to the finals.
Huh?
Getting to the finals.
No,
gotcha.
Win the whole thing.
Well, what if the Celtics are going to win 50-plus games? What if they win it?
Well, if the Celtics win 50, they come out of the East. Somebody in the West is going to end up winning 45 to 49 and end up going to the finals.
Well, you don't know that. Denver could come out of the West, and they're 35 and 15 now.
But the
ahead.
question I would ask the caller,
I know what he's getting at. He's not wrong.
Okay, Jordan wasn't there when they went back to back. Hakeem, my thing to you, Steiny, is why are you worried? I know why I'm worried. This team is putrid right now defensively. That's not going to change unless something is done. Now, if you believe they're sleepwalking, or you believe what I'm hoping, it's game 1 of the playoffs, let's go and band together, maximum effort, I don't think that's the issue. Now, hopefully I'm wrong. Won't be the first time. But all that other stuff he was talking doesn't apply to this. All of a sudden, right now, this defense is not up to standard.
Well, they're old. They're asking older
They were
players.
old last year, Matt.
Happens very fast in the NBA. And you know what? You know what? I'm noticing this if you're a Warrior fan. No, that's not true. That's not fair. But all your arguments are about last year. All your arguments are what they did last year and what they're capable of. And you're right. But I maintain that every year is different. And this team is not last year's team for countless reasons. One of, they're not together like they were last year. They came into the year with agendas.
What do you mean agendas?
Well, first of all, Draymond punching Poole. You don't think that had to do with an agenda of some kind? They thought Poole was getting too big for his britches. Bob Myers working without a contract. Mm-hmm. Draymond Green. Am I going to opt out? Am I not going to opt out? It's a contract year for Draymond Green. And you know what? That's a factor. Klay Thompson talking about, I'm just going to enjoy it. Wiseman is not thinking about winning a championship.
Well, how can he? He's not even playing.
That's an agenda. Wiseman's agenda is to prove to himself that he can play in the NBA. That is in stark contrast to a guy who goes out on the floor and knows how to be a part of a winning situation. I don't think it's a good mesh of I don't think the roster's complete. That's all.
Well, they're defending champs.
Wrong, Steiny. JK and Iguodala hang out after practice. That means nothing. What does that mean? That means Iguodala is teaching Jonathan Kuminga how to be cynical, how to treat the NBA like a business. That's kind of what it tells me. How to be a pro, in other words.
JK is playing too.
Rick and Hayward. Hey, Rick.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Well, I just wanted to give you my 2 cents on the Warriors. I don't think that those rookies were all forced in. They weren't expected to help. They were forced in due to injuries. And the only one that gets significant amount of time is Poole, and Poole is just playing himself out of basketball as far as I'm concerned. He forces the ball. He forces everything. He doesn't play relaxed. Well, He's trying to upshow Curry. He can't. Kuminga's the only guy that I think has got a bright future right now because the kid's talent looks unlimited. As far as Wiseman goes, he needs time. They should have left him down at Santa Cruz, let him develop and dominate down there before they brought him up.
Thanks for the call. I thought he was going to get to Moody.
16 minutes last night for Moses. I just hate that you don't give Moses credit for playing in that Dallas series in the Western Conference Finals.
I noticed you say playing. You got to do more than just play.
Well, he made contributions. I mean, his number was called.
And he answered the bell. Didn't fail.
Yeah, right. They didn't call him in to be Pippen. They called him in. Hey, Moses, we need you. And again,
right. And you know what?
What's his weakness, Steiny? Because he can do a little bit of everything. He was not brought in here to be stiff.
Here's how it works.
But to say he's a stiff the way you do.
I didn't say stiff. Don't do that. That's not fair.
I got to be honest. Stiff is higher than where I think what regard you hold him in.
He's an average player. He's just a guy right now. He's just a guy. Take any 10th man on any team, and that's Moses Moody. He's a pro. Yeah. That's great.
Is he better than Ty Jerome? If you had to bet?
No.
You think Ty Jerome is a better basketball player than Moses Moody? I don't believe that. Now, who's playing better?
But why is he playing?
Ty Jerome's taking advantage of the opportunity, but he's not better at the game of basketball if you put them in a different situation. Right. You know what? The thing that just freezes these youngsters is this is like private school. And it's like private school in the sense that
I like this.
The restriction is so you got to be so buttoned up because you're playing with 3 future Hall of Famers and the ghost of what they built.
Right.
You put Moody and Kuminga's already nobody. I don't even got to say his name. And Wiseman, for that matter, on these dump truck teams, playing open gym every night.
What happens?
You would think different of them. No. And I believe if you wanted to dangle them to different teams,
that might be true.
Oh, James Wiseman, that James Wiseman in Detroit. The one they throwing lots. See, and again, that's not reality because the worst thing for these youngsters in their youth and the start to their NBA career is getting drafted into this situation where they need grown-ups, not Similac. And it's just, who am I? I got bills. I don't feel bad for anybody, but I know Moses Moody. I've seen it.
Okay, so.
And Kuminga now, I just want to throw my phone up against the wall. I'm not going to blame anyone specific. Why wasn't he getting 15 minutes from the beginning?
Because he doesn't.
Even if he failed.
Because he doesn't help any teammates on the offensive end.
You learn how to.
Not if you're greedy. Not if all you're looking to do is.
I want Wiseman to be greedy.
Well, first thing he's got to do is catch the ball.
Well, first thing he's got to do is stay healthy.
Dude, there was a play. Who was the guy? Oh, my God. That's right. There were 2 plays in a row where.
Not last night, though.
Last night, he was matched up against Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and he didn't get it. It's like.
Oh, he didn't get the ball.
No, he didn't.
Oh, no, Ty Jerome was jacking 3. Hey, and no shade.
That's part of his personality.
But when you're a team, if I knew Evan was trying to show the boss something, I'd be like, you know what? And Evan was it. Evan, here, catch it. I wouldn't.
I'm the other way.
What's up?
If I know something about Wiseman that nobody else knows, like he's lazy. I'm not saying he is. I wouldn't give him the ball.
Right.
If he's posting up,
dude, he had him sealed. Let him get
Apparently, he didn't have him sealed. Apparently,
because it's agenda.
Sealed. So last year, Moody would play with Curry, who was terrific. The champions were champions last year, and Poole had some great games, and Wiggins. Okay, this is what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
None of those 5 guys are playing as well as last year. So you know what that means? Moody has to do more. And you know what? He can. Because when we saw him play last year, he's getting the ball and no one's on him. So he can make a decision. Should I drive or should I shoot a 3? And it's pretty cut and dry what he can do. Whatever they let him do. Can't take anybody off the dribble.
You don't think he could create his own shot?
No, he can't create his own shot. What's the best thing he does?
That's the thing.
Exactly.
But He's not limited in any facets, Steiny.
Right, but he doesn't do anything well.
To me, he could put it on. They pass it to him. He's at the top of the key, even on the perimeter.
This is where you
put it on the floor and go to the rack. I've seen him jam on cats or try to
in games that don't mean anything. Go. Listen, here's another thing. I love you, but
back to Moses real quick. Body type. He's got some stuff, Steiny.
So does every NBA player.
Not everybody else. In
fact, Moody, you might be able to say
he's got some.
He's
long,
too small.
Dangling arms.
He's not quick enough for how small he is, and he's not strong enough for how big he is.
See, I think you could grow into that.
Well, why isn't he playing?
Well, that's the $1 million question.
Because he's not good enough.
All right. So that's why Kuminga wasn't playing early on?
Exactly. And Kuminga has figured out how to get on the floor. And Kuminga's way to get on the floor is to just – and here's the thing.
Right.
Why wasn't Kuminga on the floor? Because he has no concept of how to help defense. He has no concept, Kuminga, of stepping to the ball, help defender, draw charge, weak side block. Right. The only reason he's playing right now is because they've convinced him, just guard the guy with the ball. Just guard the guy with the ball. Don't worry about anybody else.
I feel like you're pretty good at him, though. So my question back at you with Kuminga, is he good enough?
To do what?
No, to play. Because you just said what's Moody. I'm asking you about Kuminga. He's always had that.
He's good enough to play.
He's getting the opportunity now.
16 minutes a game.
Okay. Yeah. And maybe 10.
Great.
Can Moody give you 10, 8?
No. I mean, he can, but you're going to lose more and more games.
But will you be greater later?
Well, then you want to give up on a title this year.
No, I'm not.
Here's another thing. Like, you think that if they play now, they'll be ready in 3 months?
Or be better versions of themselves.
I don't. Kuminga, Moody and Wiseman are no factor.
All right. And
moving
you know
forward.
what? I'm not even mad at
this year.
You're not by yourself with that.
Hey, listen, Kuminga's a little different.
I like something
I don't
to
dislike
grow.
Kuminga.
You know what you do? My mama, Daisy May, God rest her soul, she would go every morning and water it. She would water it because if she didn't water it, it would wilt and it would die. It would not grow and blossom. You got to water it. And players get water by playing, even if they mess up. Okay, we'll bring you in. We'll reel you in. Those 8 minutes or 2 minutes. But you don't just get bump on a pickle because you can't grow that way.
You know when you grow? In practice. That's when you get watered.
Stop
trying to give these guys
something they haven't
when
the season starts.
Like, this is one of those we could, and I'm not, we could do this for the rest of eternity. You got to give them a chance to play. They've got to earn it. Well, you win. Like, you win.
No, I don't.
No. Yeah. Like, I win, you win. Because I'm not saying you're wrong. It's just the side of the argument I'm taking. They're not good enough to be rotation players on a championship team, with the exception of Kuminga right now. He might be able to, and he's showing signs.
I think I know the answer, and the people, honestly, Steiny, do you feel better about your bet than you ever have all season?
I feel this.
Like
I feel
a couple
the same
days
way.
ago, I felt like
you were like, because 2 games impact you.
No, it wasn't just the 2.
Fact.
It was you saw something.
I've seen nothing this year. Doesn't mean they're not going to have great games. But like, if Clay scores 68 on Saturday, they beat the Mavericks.
Oh no, I'm not going to. No, it's more than that.
Who do they play after
that? Evan came in and we talked about it. I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna put the right on the table. If he's Joey Light years. Steiny, he's on the phone trying to get something for nothing.
Okay. You think he can?
If you can. No, it ain't about if you can. It's about do you try. Kevin Durant would erase.
You can't get Kevin Durant. I'm trying to be realistic here.
Wiggins, Poole, Kuminga, some draft picks.
And this is where I hate to do what I'm doing. Because it's not really fair, but it's what people do. Wiggins. Okay. We think of Wiggins as that championship piece.
Incredible.
They don't win a title with him last year, right?
Right.
You know what the league thinks right now? He got paid. He's back to being Wiggins of Minnesota.
So?
I'm sure there's some people that's saying that. Absolutely. But because we're in the Bay Area, nobody can even fathom that somebody may think that about Wiggins. Doesn't forget about if they're right or wrong. Perception's out there. Maybe there is something to it.
Steiny, they just won the finals in June.
Right, and he played
Wiggins
7 years for
fixture.
Minnesota, and he was emotionless.
And hurt. Yeah,
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
You don't think Wiggins would be forget KD? Wiggins would be attractive to some
Not
other
really.
team? Right?
I mean,
I do. I think he's got past the K Wig.
Oh my God!
I really do.
I'm sorry. If I'm the Brooklyn Nets and you want Durant, okay, Wiggins is like the piece.
Well, it ain't just him,
I know,
yeah.
But Wiggins is the piece. It's like, for Durant, I need a surefire young player who's going to be good. I need a player who can play right now. I'll give you that's Wiggins.
Jordan Poole?
Wiggins. I'd rather have Wiggins than Poole.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Well, I ain't calling Wiggins young.
Couple draft. No, Wiggins is the solid pro who's a starter in the NBA.
Yeah. What about Kuminga?
That's what I'm saying. If you think Kuminga is going to be if you're the Nets, and you think Kuminga is going to be incredible, then that's the good young player.
Okay.
Wiggins is the pro that you can plug in right now.
20 a game.
Okay. Who else? Because that ain't enough for Kevin Durant.
Wiseman.
Okay. Then they're going to ask for an extra draft pick because he's a negative in a trade. Like, why would anybody trade for Wiseman unless they were playing with house money that is just – because when Wiseman gets traded to a team, let me tell you, that team's going to say, this guy's going to be good down the line. But you know what? You know who doesn't say that? A GM that doesn't know he's going to be good down the line. They have
Make the call.
For what?
Yeah, just to see.
To see, hey.
Closed mouth don't get fed.
Hey, what's up, Sean?
Yeah. Hey,
by the way, Sean, I know you're getting fired at the end of the year. I may be unemployed, too. You want to make a trade that probably won't help either of us?